Some people are always busy. Some people never seem to have time for anything because they too busy trying to control everything that is happening in their life or that is happening around them. We get exhausted. We burn out. It's not sustainable to be like that, so we end up at rock bottom. What if we know exactly what led us to this place, and yet we keep doing it over and over again, even though we know better? How many times do we need to burn ourselves out before we learn our lesson? And then we think to ourselves, now how did I get here? When did my life become such a mess? When things were going well, I was doing all the right things. Think about a time where maybe we wouldn't have let go if it was our balloon. And we know deep down, oh, it's his fault. No, it's her fault. No, it's their fault. Everybody's pointing their fingers at one another. But whose fault is it really? Is it really somebody else's fault? Or is it our fault? Are we allowing other people to treat us poorly? Are we allowing other people to take advantage of us? Are we allowing other people to make us feel bad about ourselves? Are we allowing other people to do the things that they do? Or are we sitting back and watching it happen? That you have to start taking steps towards that goal, no matter how small those steps are. Even if all you can do is take one small step towards your goal each day, that's better than nothing. And here's why. Because when you take action, you gain momentum. Momentum is a powerful force. Once you start moving towards your goal, it becomes easier and easier to keep moving. How many times have we wished that something was different, but we didn't take any action to make it happen? We start seeing that we're actually able to achieve our goals. We start believing in ourselves. And when we believe in ourselves, amazing things start happening. We become unstoppable. We have to start doing the things that we need to do, instead of wishing that someone else would do them for us. Start taking steps towards the life that you want to live today. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be successful. You deserve to live the life of your dreams. And it all starts with taking action. When we stop blaming other people and we start focusing on ourselves, on what we can do, on what we can change, amazing things start happening. Go out there and start living the life that you want to live today. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe and leave a comment below. I read all the comments and I love responding to them. Have a wonderful day. The second step is to start taking action towards that goal. But far too often, what happens is that we just stay at the first step. We stay at the stage where we're just thinking about it. We're just fantasizing about it. We're just daydreaming about it. We never actually take the step towards taking action. Things start falling into place. We start achieving our goals. We start living the life that we want to live. Wishing doesn't make it so. You know that saying, wishing doesn't make it so? Well, it's true. The reason I believe that deep down inside, most of us are afraid of succeeding. We're afraid of achieving our goals because we're afraid of what that means. We're afraid of the responsibilities that come with it. We're afraid of the changes that we have to make in our lives in order to achieve that goal. That we read giving them this advice is because we also need to hear it ourselves. It's not because we don't care about the other person. It's not because we don't love the other person. It's because we also need to hear it ourselves. But if it's someone else's balloon, maybe we would tell them to let go. You cannot control anyone but yourself. You cannot control another person's thoughts, actions, or behavior. You can't control what's happening outside of you. All you can control is how you respond to what's happening outside of you. How you respond is what's within your control. Maybe we would tell them to detach from the string, to detach from the balloon. That's like pouring water into a leaky bucket. It's never going to be full. Why? When we focus on the things that we can control, we empower ourselves. We give ourselves the ability to make a difference. We give ourselves the ability to change things. We give ourselves the ability to affect the world around us. When we focus on the things that we can control, we stop blaming other people. We stop making excuses. We stop coming up with all these different reasons why we can't do something. We just do it. Because every time we think we fill it up, some more comes out. Trying to control other people, trying to control situations, trying to control outcomes. It's all outside of our control. And so all we're doing is wasting our energy, earning ourselves out. Maybe we would tell them that it's okay to let it go. Instead of focusing on the things that we can't control, we should focus on the things that we can control. The only thing that's within our control is our thoughts, our actions, and our behaviors. Those are the only things that we can control. So why not focus on those? Why not make those things the most important things in our lives? Why is it that we would tell someone else to let go, but we can't let go ourselves? Why is it that we can't apply the advice that we give other people? I was getting all A's. I was working hard, being productive. So how did I get to this point of burnout? And what happens? Let's say that we have this person that's really hypervigilant all the time, really controlling everything that they can. What happens? When we look back, sometimes it's not an obvious answer. Sometimes we just don't know. But what if it is something that's obvious? Do we think that we can control everything? Can you actually control every little thing that's happening in your life? No. So why do we even try? Why do we think that we can? Why do we put so much energy into trying to control things that we can't control? Why do we waste our time doing that? So how much energy are we wasting on trying to control other people, on trying to control situations, on trying to control outcomes? The world is won by those who let it go. But when you try and try, the world is beyond the winning. So the key to success in life is learning to let go. It's not trying harder. It's not exerting more energy. It's not stressing ourselves out more. It's learning to let go. This reminds me of a quote by Lao Tzu. He says, "By letting it go, it all gets done." Think about a child that's holding on to a balloon. If the child lets go of the string, the balloon will float away. But the child has to let go in order for that to happen. Same thing with our lives. We hold on to so many things that we have to let go of in order to move forward, in order to find peace, in order to be happy, in order to be successful. Whatever it is that we want to achieve, we have to learn to let go. Think about the balloon analogy. How many times have we given advice to someone else? Here's a fact. Now, if we're spending so much energy trying to control things that are outside of our control, we're wasting that energy. So what should we focus on instead? You see, we live in a world where everyone wants to blame someone else for their problems. How many times have we said, "I wish things were different"? If we want things to be different, we have to make it happen. We have to take responsibility for our lives. You know what happens when we start taking responsibility for our lives? When we start taking responsibility for the things that we can control. The first step to achieving anything is to decide that we want to achieve it. Why do we do that? Why do we never actually take the step towards taking action? Here's the truth. If you really want to succeed, if you really want to achieve your goals, you have to take action. When we take action, we start seeing progress. What are you waiting for? Don't waste any more time. Start taking action towards your goals today. So what are you waiting for?